today on Kicks Chronicles, I give you my top 10 kicks that have dropped in 2023. Rate recent and up and coming kicks in Cut That, Stop That, and Shut That. I preview part 2 of our interview with the sneaker teacher himself, Scott from the Double Dot Podcast. This is Kicks Chronicles. Yes, my people. Welcome to episode 42 of your Sneakers and Lifestyle podcast, Kicks Chronicles. I'm your boy PROZECH. Welcome. First and foremost, thank you for everyone that's been listening, watching our episodes. Make sure to keep on supporting. It really does help. Like, comment, subscribe, people. Do all of that great stuff. Make sure you hit that notification bell because it really helps. Reviews as well on every ratings and reviews on the podcast platforms. We need that, bro. And just to remind you, if you're listening on Spotify, you could also be watching on Spotify. I don't just put the video up on YouTube. I also put it up on Spotify. So if you're on Spotify and you fancy seeing this, make sure to go check out the video. With that being said, let's talk about the week. Let's have a little chit chat. Let's lay the land, icebreakers and all of that. So yeah, this week I had a really busy week. I have a really busy week every week, if I'm being honest. It's actually been really cool. It's really been cool actually. So this week was actually Men's Week at my church. I go to Christ Faith Tabernacle in London, and this week was Men's Week, where we focus on building, encouraging, and strengthening men through knowledge and through the word, through scripture. You know, teaching us to be better husbands, fathers, sons, brothers, and all of the above. Awesome. Absolutely. I've been having a ball this week. So yeah, really cool. And shout out to all of the guys over there for doing an awesome job. Swinging back over to Kicks, I also found time to talk to one of the sneaker content creators that I vibe with the hardest. I can't lie. We've got very similar backgrounds, a lot of similarities in life. He's got a toddler, I've got a toddler, like married, like, you get me, handsome debonair youths, you get me, like just doing our thing. Couple grades in there, both of us, man, but I think he uses just for men. Banter. It's but just an awesome guy all in all. Like, I'm talking about Kaf. Some of you may know him as Kaf_official_Insta or _TikTok. But yeah, I just know him as Kaf. And yeah, Kaf was in the building and he did his thing, man. He's an absolute gentleman. And yeah, a font of knowledge, like just real in terms of like the sneaker culture, content creation, and just a guy, just an amazing guy. So yeah, real treat to chat to him. Obviously, guys, keep your eyes out for that when it drops. I think there's probably going to be a 2-parter. Like, your boy was dropping jewels, went long. Can't lie. Yeah, and I've made a promise, and I've said I'm going to try and keep them close to an hour and a half. So yeah, we may go 2-parter on that one as well. But yeah, it'd be well worth it, guys, because yeah, Kaf is out here, man. He's doing this thing, man. He's one of the best in the UK, man. So knowledgeable, like super knowledgeable, man. Like, yeah, I just really enjoyed having a chat with him, man. It's been like one of my goals. There's certain people that you have on a list, and Kaf is on that list. You get me? And there's a lot of people still on that list. You get me? Like, so yeah, there's a lot of people still on that list. So yeah, I'm out here. You know, your boy stays cooking. I get busy, right? So yeah, Kaf ain't gonna be the last person that you're gonna hear us have that amazing interview with, man. We're gonna keep it going, man. But yeah, Kaf was absolutely on fire that day. So yeah, keep your eyes out and keep peeled for that one. Doing all of the things we do on social media, you will never miss when we drop an amazing interview because you stay connected, people. Just make sure you stay connected. Okay, guys, let's get into some sneaker news. Like, run the rhythm. Okay, guys, I can't lie. This week there is no real sneaker news. It's been dead, right? I could talk to you about Nike's Calm slides if you want, or I could re-chat to you about Yeezys that potentially are dropping when we've got no confirmation. I'm not going to do that. I have something way better. So that's the end of the news. something way better. I said at the top of the show, I've got my 2023 sneakers of the year, my top 10 so far, people. My top 10 so far. It's been a great year. There's been some great kicks dropped. There's been some great collabs, awesome silhouettes. It's time for us to talk about it, man. First and foremost, let me put this out there, right? I've seen a lot of top 10s, right? And I want to give everyone their due respect, right? But I want to be honest with you. This is my list, right? It's my list, right? There are going to be some shoes on there that you're not going to vibe with. I get that, right? But you need to deep what I'm saying to you. There are some shoes on this list that are going to discombobulate some of you, man. It's real talk, right? Just take it down a notch, take a step back and really analyze, just deep the whole situation. Deep that list as a whole, right? If you disagree with me, you can shut the hell up. Jokes. So everyone's got their opinions. It's absolutely fine. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. In fact, let me know what your list. Give me 3 or 5 of your list in the comments so we can have a chat about that as well. You get me? But with all of that being said, man, let's get into this list, man. Let's get into this list. All right, coming in at number 10. Hi there. So nice to see you. Sorry to interrupt the pod. I'll be literally 30 seconds. I just wanted to say thank you for being here. And also, if you enjoy the pod, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. It really does help. Also, if you're listening on an audio platform, feel free to give us a review, whether it be positive or negative. Just leave a review. We really, really appreciate it. Also, feel free to listen to our old episodes. And if you ever want to get in contact, if you want to let me know what you're thinking, feeling, or whatever, holler at me. My name is PROZECH. PROZECH on all social media. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm enjoying TikTok at the moment. So feel free to holler at me. I will always holler back. And with all that being said, I'll let you get back to the pod. Toodles. At number 10, we've got the Year of the Rabbit, Jordan 1. Absolute banger of a shoe. Can't deny it, can't lie. It's a very, very cool shoe. Gives me reverse mocha vibes, gives me medium curry vibes. That sort of sail, light brown, with them furry laces though. Year of the Rabbit with a furry, bro. Those are the kind of things that take it over the edge for me and take it into a top 10 for the year. You get me? So shout out to their man at Jordan for bringing that shoe together. It's a hard shoe. So yeah, Year of the Rabbit comes in at number 10. By the way, I'm not going to go into when the shoe dropped, how much the shoe cost. This is my list, bro. This is my list. I'm going to just tell you what I feel about the shoe. And that's it. Right? That's it. Coming in at number 9, people, we've got the J Tips Remember Who Fronted. Now, I can't lie to you. For those of you that are going to watch part 2 of the interview that I had with Scott from the Doubled Up podcast, you're going to hear me roast Scott about those shoes because he's one of the only guys in the UK that have a pair of those shoes. Very, very limited, very hard to get, and he has a pair. I roast him about that shoe because that shoe, on first glance, is a thrift shop shoe, bro. He threw everything at that shoe. J-Tips went in on that shoe. But I can't lie, a combination of speaking with Scott and him vehemently protesting concerning how good that shoe is, how good it feels, the materials, the quality of the shoe, right? It's a combination of that plus I actually listened to the man himself. He actually J-Tips himself had an interview with the guys over at the Complex Sneakers podcast, an amazing podcast, the leader of the game. And when you hear that story, you understand who fronted, bro. And if I'm being real, I don't want to be part of that list. I ain't trying to front out here, bro. And listening to him talk and the passion, understanding the reasons why he did the things he did on the shoe. Because on first glance, you look at the shoe and you think it's a mishmash of ideas. It's not cohesive. It's not put together. There's a reason for all of that. And the reason is, and it's something that I talk about a lot when it comes up to kicks, but it's something that I learned from professional wrestling. I'm just being real, right? When you as a wrestler come through that curtain, what you don't want to hear is crickets, bro. You want to hear the crowd either go crazy, and I'm talking Stone Cold Steve Austin popping, you get me? Or you want them booing you to the point where your ears are bleeding, bro. You just need a reaction. A guttural, visceral reaction on impact, on sight. As soon as they see the shoe, as soon as they see you, you just want that instant reaction. If your shoe just gives meh, then it ain't the one. Just being real. You need something. You need something. And yeah, that shoe gives you something. It gives you something. Whether you like it or you don't, the shoe gives you something. You feel it. You feel it when you see it. You feel it when you read about it. You feel it when people talk about it. You feel it. And that's the reason why it's in my top 10. It's number 9. Number 8, people, is a Travis Scott Olive. The Jordan 1. Apparently the last Jordan 1 that is going to be dropping in this collaboration. When I dropped my Jordan 1 Travis Scott list earlier this year, I was a little salty. I think I put the Olive at like number 6 or something, or number 5. It could probably go a little bit higher if I'm being honest. It's a very wearable shoe. Like, I haven't seen it in multiple fits. The issue that I have with this shoe is a woman's only, and I'm a size 12. And I know that shouldn't bear on my top 10. It shouldn't factor in, but I'm a human being and I'm biased, right? And it does factor in. I can't wear this shoe and it's still in my top 10. So that should say a lot, right? There's no way it was getting in the top 5 and I can't wear the shoe. Just be real, right? But it is in at the top 10 and it's at number 8. Number 7 is the Jarritos Dunks. They're fire and it was a moment. A lot of people wanted that shoe, very, very hard to get. Love the double layer thing revealing. I love the story. I love the collaboration. It was a very, very cool shoe. So shout out to those guys at Jarritos. Number 6 is a shoe that I have not seen on anyone's list. It's a shoe that I personally thought was impeccable, outstanding, and bombastic. Real talk, right? And it's actually a shoe that me and Scott actually vibe over. Like, we really, really enjoyed this shoe, both of us. Maybe because it's pink, because he's got a thing for pink kicks. I'm talking about the Rugi and Puma B-Boy Suede. That shoe, absolute chef's kiss, bro. It's a fire shoe. Absolutely love that shoe. And I've just purchased it. And it's en route. You get me? Shout out to the man them at Consortium. I even got a little bit of a discount, so I got it below retail, bruh. I think it was a double discount, man. Shout out to them, man. There. You get me? Absolutely love the shoe. That pink, that muted pink, that pastel pink with the cell mid. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. That comes in at number 6. Number 5, people. Number 5. Some people are not going to feel this. I already know. Some people are not going to feel this, but I love this shoe. It's the J. Jound and New Balance 991 Grey. It's a banger, bro. Can't be denied, man. Shout out to Sosa. He was on the podcast a few months ago, man. We both vibed over this shoe. It's a very good shoe. In fact, yeah, people are out here like, oh, Jound is so mediocre. Jound is so boring. Jound is so meh. Jound get the job done, bro. Name me a bad Jound collab. They're all wearable. They're all cool. They're all smooth. Every single one of them. They do good stuff, bro. You can't deny it. Jound get down. They get busy. And yeah, they may not be throwing in pops of color and millions of different types of material, but they make imminently wearable shoes. Like, and I'm out here to wear my kicks. At 991, that's my silhouette. I really vibe with that silhouette. And even though I don't own any, I think this will be the first New Balance that I do own. I think it will be. It shall be mine. And shout out to the 991, the grey and the Jound. Yeah, we love that shoe. Coming in at number 4, this wasn't just a shoe. It wasn't just a collaboration. This was a moment. Number 4, I think a lot of people can guess it, was the Cortez and Nike collab on a 95. Ugh, that was such an amazing time to be alive, bro. Like, I think as a nation, as a culture, especially in the UK, we were all pulling for Cortez to do the thing. We wanted them to just like smash it, right? All the way from the announcement, bro, pitching up at nighttime with the hologram, with the Batman. Like, it was a lot from day one. We wanted it to be so good, and the shoes did not disappoint. From the gutter green to the la blue to the pink and fluffy, whatever that third one is called, bro, it didn't miss. They didn't miss. They didn't miss. They smashed that shoe, bro. They smashed those shoes. They smashed the collaboration. They did their thing. Shout out to Clint and all the man there, because Cortez, however you want to say it, that man run the world, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. They did their thing, and I can't wait for what else this collaboration will bring in the future, because it was an absolute smash hit. Right now, we're getting into top 3 territory. This is lofty heights, man. Coming in at number 3. We have the Jordan 3 White Cement reimagined. Yes, this is an important shoe, people. And it's a cautionary tale. The reason why it's in at number 3 and not higher, which it could arguably have been, is because, number 1, the story is amazing. Love the reimagined thing. I don't know how many times we're going to go to that reimagined well, but on this particular shoe, it was a smash. We loved it. The shoe wasn't executed to the appropriate standard for a lot of people. A lot of complaints about QC on this shoe, and that is the reason why it isn't featuring any higher than 3. 3 is pretty good, in my opinion. The story, the shoe, the colorway, the blocking, everything about the shoe is fire. But there were mistakes made on the shoe, and a lot of people got flop pairs, and that's not fair. So yeah, Nike, up your game. I say it a lot, Nike, up your game. I love you, Nike. I can't help but love you, but I need you to do better. I need you to do better. Jordan Brand, Nike, up your game. Number 2, this shoe, in my opinion, had no issues, right? I didn't hear anything about any issues regarding this shoe. I'm talking about that big bubble, people. Air Max 1 anniversary, big bubble. You get me? Nike brought it back. They brought it all the way back. The original shape, that uni red, it's right over my shoulder, people, and it will be there. And if it ain't there, it's on feet. Just know. I love that shoe, people. I love that shoe. Yeah, it's one of the best that's come out this year. In fact, it's the second best shoe that's come out this year so far, in my opinion. Now, before I get into number 1, I have a couple of honorable mentions. Number 1, I'm going to say, is the New Balance and Action Bronson Baklava. Right? I'm saying this shoe because I really like Action Bronson. I think the shoe was executed impeccably. It's a New Balance, so you know they're going to do it, right? But I think it was about time he had that collab with New Balance, and I think the shoe was fantastic. Not the type of shoe I'm out here rocking probably, but a very, very good shoe nonetheless. Another honorable mention, I will say, the Adidas Samba in all of its forms. The Adidas Samba, a lot of people are going to have the Kith and Clarks collab in their top 10, which is absolutely fair, because that gum sole, bro, they went in. That Kith Clarks collab, but the price point was too high for me, and I needed to be respectful in my list. I take into consideration all of those things, right? But I think in general, the Samba is having a moment. It's having a great year. I think Adidas having a decent year. They're coming back. You get me? I just need them to diversify their product offering. I need them to start putting focus on stuff in different areas. And they're doing the business when it comes to the terrace kicks. So yeah, needs an honorable mention. And the last honorable mention is the Panda Jordan 1, the 1985. Yeah. what can you say about that shoe? It's pretty much perfect. Pretty much perfect. It's just because it's a Panda, essentially, Jordan 1. It's so basic. Like, for me, it's like it doesn't warrant needing to be in a top 10 list when there's other more, like, impactful shoes. But if I had the opportunity, I'd have that shoe in my collection. It's just an easy shoe to wear. It's a really, really easy shoe to wear. So, yeah, those are my honorable mentions. And with all that being said, drum roll, please. Let's get to number one. I think a few of you are going to have clocked what I'm doing. And yes, number one is the Jordan 4 SB in the pine green colorway. Boy, oh boy. That Jordan 4 pine green, people. That's a banger right there. Like, I love shoes that fully encapsulate the collaboration, especially, right? And I know this is an in-house collaboration between skateboarding and basketball, essentially, but it fully came together, G. It fully came together. Not the first time SB and Jordan have done a collaboration, but this is the best one. This is the best one, right? From the skateboarding side and the basketball side, it's the most comfortable Jordan 4 that's ever been created. And you had me at most comfortable. I need a Jordan 4 in my life, and this is the only one I want, right? This is your number one, people. Let me know what you're thinking, you're feeling. Let me know your list in the comments below, people. Holler at me, and I will always holler back. Now, let's get into the cop that, stop that, and shut that. Alright, real quick, people. This week, we are rating and reviewing kicks that are going to be dropping in the next few days. We rate them on the show. Cop that, meaning I like the shoe, you love the shoe, you want the shoe. Stop that, meaning self-explanatory, I don't like the shoe, so stop it. Or shut that basically means bang bang, there's some money to be made on the shoe, so I'm gonna shut that. All right. First off, we're going to be talking about the Action Bronson New Balance 990 V6. I'm going to have to read this. The Lapis Lazuli. Yeah. Interesting shoe. Very interesting shoe. Very cool colorway. So this is the follow-up to the Baklava, which I probably prefer slightly. But the Lapis Lazuli has got a bit more of a blue effect going on. Yeah, it's a cool shoe, man. It's a cool shoe. Like, I ain't gonna really go through. I mean, obviously, if you really want to look into the shoe and how cool the shoe is, like premium materials once again, like suedes and nubucks, little bit of mesh on there. Cool looking shoe, can't deny it. Blue, navy, tan, like it's a really nice shoe. More color was in the Baklava, but this is a real cool shoe. Let me give you some details. Drops on the 29th of June, £220, because you know how New Balance get down. Yeah, they don't play when it comes to the money. So I think you're talking about $240, $250 in dollars. As I said, it's the follow-up to the Baklava from Action Bronson. I like the shoe, but I think the money on this shoe is probably better. So I'm going to shut that. I'm shutting this shoe. Right, I think the first shoe did really well. I'm shutting the shoe, and there's a healthy demand for the shoe. So let's shut the shoe. Next up, we've got the Nocta Nike Glide in the black. Glide. This shoe drops on the 30th of June. I can only see one raffle for this shoe on SVD for €160. So, I mean, there's probably like 140, 150 pounds, 160, $70. Actually saw photos of Drake rocking this at courtside. Also Victor Wembanyama at Yankee Stadium rocking these shoes. Shout out to Victor Wembanyama going number one in the NBA draft. Go do your thing at San Antonio. I think he'll be an absolute star. That being said, even though I think these are better than the Terra Steppers, I think it's a low bar, G. I'm being honest. I think the bar's pretty low, right? And I think some people are going to vibe with this shoe. There's it looks like a lot of carbon fiber, a lot of checkerboard going on the shoe. Like, it's very, very interesting, futuristic type looking shoe. But I don't think it's for me. So I must stop that. Right? Last but certainly not least, we have the Air Jordan 2 in the Quay 54 colorway. Yes, this is the latest in the Quay 54 and Jordan collaboration. Now, Quay 54 is a street basketball tournament that's been going on in France for the last 20 years, and this is actually their 20-year anniversary. The shoe drops on the 30th of June for £154.95, which is about $160-$70. I would say very clean shoe, super duper clean. Like, they've really dipped and like they've really gone into the Pan-African aspect. So you got your reds, blacks and greens, which is really, really cool to see on a predominantly white upper. Very, very nice. Very easy to wear. I can imagine rocking this out real smoothly. Like, it's a cool story. I'm digging it, man. I'm digging everything about the shoe. So yeah, the materials look good. The story is nice. It's an anniversary pair. Shout out to Quay 54. It's a cop that all day. Guys, make sure to let me know what you think in terms of cop that, stop that, and shut that, in terms of these particular shoes that we talked about. And yeah, man, let me know your thoughts and feelings on anything and everything in the comments. Also, feel free to leave a review. And if you want to hit me up or via email, it's kickschronicles@gmail.com. Now, talking about cop that, stop that, and shut that, something that you must certainly cop is dropping on Sunday at 6 p.m. It's part 2 of my interview with the sneaker teacher himself, Scott from the Doubled Up podcast. We chat, as you know, we chat sneaker history. He gives us his opinion on the culture, which is really, really cool. He gives us his opinion on podcasting, right? And just what's going on in the vibe. Like, just lets us know, but also gets deep into his collection, because he's got an eclectic, vibrant collection. Scott does not disappoint when it comes to the podding, because he does that podding, you get me? So yeah, very, very cool interview. As I said earlier, he does bring up J Tips, the Saucony collab, remember, who fronted. And yeah, man, he shows the shoe off. And if you haven't seen that shoe, I would massively encourage you to watch the interview if you have the chance, either on Spotify or YouTube. Watch the interview, have a look at that shoe in hand. It's a very, very interesting shoe. It divides opinion. It is a controversial shoe, some might say, or some might say divisive, some might say Marmite. But as you heard earlier, it's in my top 10. I've come around. I started off on the other side of this, and now I'm here with it, man. I'm here for it. You get me? So yeah, very, very cool to have a look at that during the pod. And yeah, I definitely encourage you to stick around for that. And yeah, guys, make sure to keep it locked to Kicks Chronicles for everything that we're doing, man. Upcoming, we've got great guests coming. We've got great interviews. We keep podcasting, keep putting out great content. Guys, turn on that notification bell, subscribe, do all of that great stuff. It really, really does help, and really, really just encourages, man. I can't lie to you. I love doing what I do, and I want to continue doing it, man, for you guys. So yeah, continue to reach out via the comments, and we'll always holler back. And with all of that being said, I've been your boy PROZECH. This is Kicks Chronicles, and until I see you, man, down the roads, look after yourself and stay blessed. Thank you for listening to this episode of Kicks Chronicles. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, rate, review, and all that good stuff. And remember, full video version is available on YouTube, audio versions available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.